Yeah.
Lots be going on. Lots be
It's
going
all
on.
right. And just like that,
Live.
we're live
And dangerous.
and dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't look too dangerous today. You look
I had to dress up.
approachable.
Yeah,
Doesn't he look approachable, everybody? Just like
Yeah.
I'd go up to him and go, hey, do you play in Huey Lewis?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I look like I'm in Huey Lewis. I could totally be in Huey Lewis.
You could totally our Rick Springfield. He's going on tour.
I like
just
Huey Lewis, or I could be in like Billy Joel's band or something.
yeah, totally,
Yeah.
man. I could see you standing there, or you can be like the girl that was playing the keyboards at Jeff Tate and doing the old wave, doing the.
I could do all that.
Hey, let's talk about the concert, man. I saw a concert last week, Offspring and Bad Religion.
Okay,
good stuff. Hey, if you guys are out there and you know who the Offspring is, it's kind of blows me away that they were a big 90s band. You don't know them either, so it kind of blows me away. Like, but you know of them.
I know of them, but I think, I was married by 91, had my first baby in 93, and was working at an oldies station. So I was completely not paying attention to new music.
See, when my kids, me and my wife are always into music. So my kids listen to the top, the hits radio or whatever we listen to. And then, of course, when I bought an album, they'd listen to that album over and over again until they knew it, But Offspring was always on the radio. They were always playing, and they loved the Offspring. Both my kids love the punk pop stuff, like Offspring and all that stuff. So they're big fans. But I'll tell you what, Bad Religion came out, and that dude looked like my father-in-law. You wouldn't even believe it. It was him on stage. I was tripping. Oh, and me and my son kept looking at each other like, that's him. That's grandpa. That's grandpa. So it was really cool. They sounded amazing. Like I was blown away they're up there in age too. They're older.
And that's, that's one of the funny things, right? Because the music we grew up listening to 30 and 40 years ago, we still in our minds picture what the band looked like then.
Oh, totally.
And then when you go see them, you're like, wow, those dudes. Well, and
let's see if we can. So that's the Bad Religion singer.
Okay.
Right.
And he looks just like your father-in-law.
Just like my father. I'm like spitting image. You can't really, it's kind of a bad picture. You can't see it on the thing. It's a good picture on my phone, but
what is, and I always make fun of Green Day, right? I make fun of Green Day. What's funny about Green Day is these guys are in their 50s or 60s now, and they still dress like they're teenagers.
They do. Now,
they look so stupid. Where
you're right.
That picture there, he doesn't look dumb. He just looks like a dude.
They were all dressed up. The guy was wearing a half jacket, the guitarist. He's like, that guy must be like 78, 79. And he's still sliding and doing the punk. And, I'll show you the video next time I see you. You'll be like, whoa.
Funny.
But so Bad Religion was good. They came out and just kicked butt. And then we were so close, man. I mean, that's the singer for the Offspring sitting there. Can you see that? No, you can't even see it. Kind of.
Yeah.
So he's standing there on stage watching Bad Religion. So I was like right there looking down at the backstage, and I saw him watching Bad Religion. It's like laughing, but Offspring came out and just tore it up. I mean, I'm not a huge fan either. I mean, I like them, but it was like a circus. They don't take themselves serious. They're just out there having a blast. And they had a big blimp flying around, and they had beach balls, and they had, they're like Ribby from the Chiefs and all of them, like really? Between Bad Religion and Offspring, it was just a party. It was like it turned into a party. Like this monkey was all in an Offspring cut off Levi jacket coming out. He was shooting t-shirts. He was getting the crowd all pumped up. And Ribby came out with the tiger too.
So Ribby, for those that don't know, we have a local baseball, the Spokane Indians here in town, and Ribby is their mascot. He's a red band trout, which is an endangered species of trout in the Spokane River. And Ribby is one of the mascots, and he does this cool shake thing.
Yeah, the move.
He did
that. Awesome. They came in the front, like where the pit. So it's set up cool because there was punk rock. There was a pit section, like they blocked off a little pit section, and then behind the pit section were chairs, and then everywhere else, and they closed off. It was like Priest. They closed off the.
They closed off the top.
So a lot more people were there. It was sold out basically.
Wow.
it was wall to wall from Loge down. So it was pretty it was really fun. It was a good concert, good show. So I highly recommend. Hey, go check them out if you guys are out there and you do like, Bad Religion, especially. I mean, they're a classic punk band that just came out and tore it up. And
so Bad Religion opened
but they played 18 songs.
Or
they played
said
18 songs.
Incubus, not Incubus, Offspring.
Incubus,
Bad Religion opened for Incubus is a little different.
Offspring gave 18 songs, man. 18 songs. They're granted they're only like 2 to 3 minute songs, every one of them. Some of them are minute 50, but 18 songs is a lot of songs. They were out there for an hour and some change. So it's kind of like a co-headlining type of thing.
That's cool.
It was pretty cool. And they man, I'll tell you what, Offspring gave their tribute to Ozzy and they played Electric Funeral. Well, just the first few notes.
Yeah.
And then they played Paranoid, like the first few notes. And then they played Crazy Train up to the solo, Randy Rhoads solo. And some dude that kind of looked like you. Dude that was just kind of like up there in a t-shirt and just looked like some Joe off the street they pulled in, ripped the solo in half. Nice. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, that's really good. I mean, he nailed it. So
and
highly recommended go check him out.
Look at Bruce commented classic rock is the new oldies, which is spot on. When you watch an NFL game, why do I have an I have my old let me switch this. Let's put this one on. We haven't done this for a long time. Look at this one. You can subscribe to CGR on X for just $1 a month.
And you can watch this show for $1 a month. I mean, what a deal. What a deal. We got t-shirts.
They can watch it for $1 a month or they can watch it for free without paying $1.
You're not supposed to tell them that.
I know, but full disclosure. But Bruce is exactly right.
Yeah, I agree.
Classic rock is the new oldies, and it's mainstream, right? You're watching a football game and going into the commercial, they play Limelight by Rush, or they play Bad Company, or they play Cold as Ice. And
then the Toyota commercial is you got another thing coming.
Totally.
And then the Ace of Spades, and then there's another featured song. There's another featured song coming up on the Super Bowl. I can't remember. I told you, I think I said it last week, but there's a featured old classic metal song or rock song that's going to be featured on the Super Bowl this week.
Yeah.
So, or next week. So that should be pretty cool. But yeah, it's totally right. It is the new oldies. Yeah. And it keeps getting, even the 90s. The 90s are classic.
90s are
every year.
Yeah.
They're classic.
And I'm the old guy saying 90s isn't classic rock, but it kind of
is.
Yeah, I know. It is. I know.
I'm 30 years, and all those albums that I was rattling off last week, 30 years. That's crazy. I can't believe the 90s. I joined the Army in the
90s. I mean, I had most of my kids during the 90s, and that means that was kind of a blur. But that when I think back, that period of the 90s seems so short. It's like, what happened? It just
You're right. I'm in the same boat. Sean 95, Joshua 98. So it was a whirlwind. And then I did lose track of music. Not really. I was always into music, but I didn't listen to the bands religiously. Like albums got away from me. Like I have a gap in the 90s.
Totally.
Of all the old thrash metal bands I used to listen to.
Have a complete
Religion. Dude, these guys had like 12 albums released, and I didn't even know. Well, I kind of probably assumed, but I didn't know them. And so they're playing. Oh, they only played like 4 songs I really knew. Like I saw them, but the rest of them were just kind of like, pretty cool. Getting into it. It was just fun watching them. Just have fun. They were having a blast, man. It was a good time.
Now, what did your wife think of the show? I have to ask.
Dude, she ended up not going last minute.
Okay.
So and it was last minute. I was going to call you, but then I was like,
dude,
man, I'm not going to rush you like that. So it was like, whatever. She was like, I just don't want to go. I was like, okay, whatever. Right. So we just rolled. Wow. So it was me, Sean, and his 2 friends.
But you had fun. You probably had. Yeah, so you found someone to use her ticket, or did you?
No, we ate it. So Sean and Steve, his friend, shared that seat. They like had a 3-seat deal going on.
Oh, cool.
They were cozy. And then we met the people behind. I was, spreading the CGR business cards and talking about, and they were like, "Oh, cool, thanks," and they took some cards, and I was spreading our radio station around. So, and talking about Live and Dangerous. But Sweet. I don't know if they're listening. So if you're listening, the people behind me at Offspring, thanks for listening.
Nice. Right, good.
All right, you ready for some news, man? Let's get into it. We got so much going on out there in the rock and metal world. Of course, I got to mention last Friday, Megadeth's new album came out.
Yeah.
And it's #1 on the charts, people. #1 on the charts. Wow. It is a good one. It's a good one. Really good. I was impressed. I'm really impressed with this album. I've listened to it like 18 times. Love it.
Now, I don't want to give away a surprise, but you're playing some of the new stuff on Classic Metal Vault, correct?
I am. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Tonight I'm going to start off with 3. I still got to do that, by the way. I got to get the show, set up. But yes, I'm playing 3 new songs from Megadeth tonight. I'll start off the show with that, and then it'll be a mix. I think throughout the show, I'm going to throw more Megadeth in there, since like a tribute to them, like every hour or every 15 minutes, throw in an old Megadeth song and throw it out there. So it's going to be a Megadeth show tonight, but we'll keep it, of course. We'll get some mix in there. So yeah, definitely. But Megadeth's new album came out, and Dave Mustaine publicly stated that he wants to tour with Metallica to close the deal, just to make everything up.
For the fans, that would be totally awesome.
Oh my God. He wants to, he wants closure through touring, and he'd constantly improve relations with them. He wants to have a relationship with them. He's enough is enough, wow. But they were kind of the last fight they had was over their demo, No Life Till Leather. Right. Mm-hmm. So that's where Dave Mustaine was on with them. And there was like 4 songs that they were fighting for. And James ended up hanging up on Dave because he wouldn't budge. So he just hung up on him. And that's the last time he talked to him. But yeah, he wants to tour with him. And I think that is a outstanding idea. I would fly to go see that.
Well, but let's be realistic here. He needs Metallica way more than Metallica needs him, right?
Dude. Come on.
So if it would all, I don't mean it to sound bad. It would almost be
no.
It would almost be an act of charity if Metallica said, "Okay, let's tour with Dave." Just one last.
It would take. I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah,
because they have so much bad blood.
Yeah,
that I don't think it's going to happen. But if it did,
it would be awesome.
And I'm always hoping for peace. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So maybe if they made peace with each other, who knows what the future could hold. But yeah, Dave is Dave and James is James.
Yeah.
So those guys are just they're not compatible. They did the Big 4 show, and they came out and played Am I Evil together, all of them, which was really neat to see. I mean, Dave Mustaine and Metallica on the stage together is weird
for sure.
I don't even think he wasn't at the Grammys, but so that was kind of strange. But anywho, that's Megadeth. Go get that album, guys. It's a face melter. It is but it has really good harmonies. It has they cover Ride the Lightning. Metallica's Ride the Lightning.
That's awesome.
So the music is great. The vocals,
it's Dave.
It's not Metallica. It's not Metallica. It's just I've heard that song over 1 million times, at least over 1 million times, and I'm so used to James singing it that it just sounds funky. So it's cool though. Don't get me wrong. It's really cool that they did it and sounds good. It's all good. And if you're a Megadeth fan, a lot of people like Megadeth better than Metallica, believe it or not, in the thrash world. So they probably will like it more. But I've always been a Metallica fan. So whatever. Yeah. But all right. So Green Day, you heard Green Day's playing at the Super Bowl. They're opening the opening ceremonies.
Oh, so they're playing. Okay.
So they're playing the opening ceremonies since they're from the Bay Area.
Okay.
It was funny you mentioned Green Day because I was like, oh yeah. So they're basically opening for Bad Bunny.
Okay. So let me say this. I get hate when I say it.
Rant, go.
Well, Green Day has some catchy songs. They do.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes.
And I'm not a Green Day fan. Never owned a Green Day album. I could probably play 3 Green Day songs because I've played them in my various dad bands, and you can learn a Green Day song in about 3 minutes.
Yes, you can.
I think every high school in America has a garage band as good as Green Day. And so I'm not, and
right.
all I'm saying is they're super overrated. I'm not saying they're bad.
No,
I'm saying they're super overrated. And to be honest, that's part of the allure. Is they're a garage band.
Right. They haven't put out quality. I hate to say this too, but they haven't put out quality material since 21st Century Breakdown, which was right after American Idiot.
When was that? What year?
That was the 90s.
Oh,
they haven't put out anything solid that I liked. Like, they've had many albums since then, but I lost touch with them because American Idiot, they mature, they put out their masterpiece too fast.
Yeah.
Way too fast. Like a lot of bands that do that do. Like American Idiot was a masterpiece.
And then there's a
great album.
Yeah.
And then they put out
like just go away, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's like, you know, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, so Green Day's gonna open. You know, though, I gotta say this too. This all goes back to what I was saying. It's all about songwriting, dude. And the hook. It's all about songwriting and the hook. They have 4 chords. They have a song with 4 chords in it that is one of my favorite songs ever.
And it's the Ramones, same thing, right? Yeah. And I agree. So they have some catchy tunes. Yep. I just still get irked when they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame the very first year they were eligible.
It's because Kansas sucks.
Well, it's like
no. You remember that dude that was giving you heck?
Exactly. Yeah,
because Kansas sucks. They came. You didn't go see Kansas?
I didn't go see Kansas. No.
All right. Yeah, we still have to go see the Spokane One. You know, the Spokane One showcase. We got to go check that show out.
Yeah.
The Spokane Live Tribe.
What's it called? That's like in August, right? It's this summer. It's a big festival. It's like how?
No. This one's at the new casino. It's the new casino.
Oh.
So the new casino is over there on Airway Heights. It's down Airway Heights a little bit further from Quest. Keep going. That's where Spokane Live is, and that's where. That's where David B. Roth's playing.
So he's not playing at Northern Quest.
No, he's playing it live. Spokane Live. So whenever you see Spokane Live, that's Spokane Tribe Casino.
Okay, so Spokane Live, guys, this is a little low. We got the Kalispell Tribe, we got the Spokane Tribe, we got the Coeur d'Alene
Tribe.
They're all in this area, and they all have big casinos. So the Spokane Tribe now has it all makes sense.
Now they have shows. Yep. So that's. Anytime I say Spokane Live, I was saying Spokane One, but that's the soccer stadium. That's my bad.
That's I was confused. But what I was talking about is I've heard a commercial on the radio for a rock festival coming up in the summer, and I think it might be at the Spokane One stadium.
Oh, really? It might be. It might be because they did that. They did that John Mellencamp. What's his, not Waylon Jennings. Oh my God.
Bob Dylan
on the road again.
Yeah. Willie Nelson. Yeah.
Willie Nelson and somebody else played.
Wasn't Bob Dylan too? Weren't the 3 of them together?
He played, but he didn't play on that show.
Oh,
it was somebody else, but he did play. Yeah. But yeah, that's Spokane One. Hey, I'll go to it. I mean, that's a cool little venue, and it's right there. You can see into it as a little stadium. That's kind of like the old Van Halen at the Coliseum over there at the Coliseum or whatever it was. Yeah. So, well, speaking of tours that were canceled, 2026 tour, Poison's tour was canceled. Now, did you hear about this?
No.
So Poison's tour was canceled because they wanted to celebrate their 40th anniversary for their debut album, Look What the Cat Dragged In, right? Mm-hmm. So Bret Michaels, though, said, you're going to pay me $6 for every $1 you're paying the bandmates. And so they basically, Ricky Rocket was like, no, that's not going to happen. And the management was like, no, that's not going to happen either. But I guess Ricky Rocket, side note, he's going to perform the entire Look What the Cat Dragged In album with his new band, the Rocket Mafia.
Oh,
So he's coming out with a new band called the Rocket Mafia. I looked it up. They don't have an album out yet, but it's coming.
Yeah.
But it's their 40th anniversary, and the Rocket Mafia is going to consist of Brandon Gibbs from Devil City Angels on vocals and guitar, Mick Sweda from Bullet Boys on the guitar, and then Michael Adams from Puddle of Mud.
wow.
So that's going to be the Rocket Mafia.
And it's interesting. So egos and all,
Yep.
all, almost all famous musicians, entertainers have egos. Let's face it. They're used to people catering to them.
Yeah.
But this is a prime example. They could have gone out on tour. Everyone could have made a little money, but this guy says, "Oh, I need 6 times more than you guys each get."
Each band member.
Yeah.
Each band member for $6 for every $1.
Yeah.
The band members make.
That's crazy. And so think about this. I'm going to take us on a tangent here.
On a tangent. Let's go.
Okay, so remember this. You're not a big Seahawks fan, are you?
I know it, but no.
So Seahawks, everyone knows, going to the Super Bowl. Super
Bowl down there. Hey, I'm not taking away from them, dude. Right. They deserved to go. They blew away San Francisco. Yeah, and they took out the Rams. And hey, more power to them. They're a solid team, and I hope Sam Darnold gets his kudos and wins.
Me too. I think everyone likes him. But
everyone talks smack about him, saying he wasn't good enough, and he's never been good enough. Yeah. And I thought he was good with Minnesota. He wasn't good with the Jets or the other team.
He was on crap teams. He was good with Minnesota. Yeah. A good quarterback is not going to be good on a crap team. I mean,
look at Geno Smith.
Totally.
Geno Smith. He was amazing with the Seahawks, but then he goes to the Raiders and has a 1-16 or 2-15 season.
And you look at Patrick Mahomes, awesome, but he went to an awesome team. He went to a team that was awesome when he got there, and he continued the awesomeness. Had they sent him to New York, he'd probably be like Sam Darnold, whatever. But the point I wanted to make is, the Seahawks back in 2013 and 14 went to the Super Bowl, right? They won the first time. Of course, the second time there was that debacle. Second down, they've got 3 plays to make 2 yards, and they've got Marshawn Lynch in the backfield, and they decide to throw it on second down. How smart is that? Anyways, I digress. But my point is this, and I do have a point, and I will get to it at some point, Rich.
Hey, no problem. We got 45 minutes.
The Seahawks were awesome, and then what happened once they won the Super Bowl? Do you remember? Everyone wanted to get paid. Everyone needed to get paid.
Amen. Yes, and they lost big players.
Yeah, and you lose the magic. And I don't know if people are Tom Brady haters, but you notice Tom Brady, who many consider maybe the best quarterback to ever play, was not even in the top 10 in terms of how much he was paid, right?
Nope.
So there's a lesson there. I think if Seattle wins this Super Bowl, and if their egos are in check and say, hey, guys, if you all ask for the very top amount, we're not making it back to the Super Bowl because we're going to lose half of you. You know? And I think bands, Bret Michaels, you get the Eagles, Glenn Fry and Don Henley decided that, hey, we're the ones that should be making the money. Let's just pay Joe Walsh and Timothy Schmidt and Don Felder. We'll just pay them as employees about, a fifth of what. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It is
ridiculous. I agree with you, man. That really upset me because I've seen Poison live, man. I'm going to admit it. And I enjoyed it. They were good.
They're a great rock
band. I sang all the songs. I was like, man, these guys are tearing it up.
They're a great pop rock band.
Really bummed me out that he's like that. I mean, he's got money.
Yeah.
He has so many side hustles, and he has his own band. He plays, he has the Flavor of Love, or not Flavor of Love, but
he probably didn't want to do a tour, and now he can blame it on it reminds me of this. I got another tangent. Sorry. So way back in the 70s, It might have been the Wall tour, Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd, for what, and this just surprises me. Pink Floyd, David Gilmour loved the Steve Miller Band. He just loved the Steve Miller Band. And they wanted Steve Miller to come open for a leg of their tour in Europe. And Steve was like, I don't want to do that. Steve Miller's a lazy guy, always has been. I don't want to do that. So he says, you know what? I'll just shoot him an offer that's just completely ridiculous. So he sends off, well, I can play it for this amount, knowing full well that they're going to say, we're not going to pay you that much. But guess what? They said, okay. So he sent this ridiculous proposal, how much you have to pay. And Pink Floyd said, okay, we'll pay that. And so then he's stuck. I got to go open for Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
And
Dave Matthews. Oh my God, man. Hey, check this out. Hey, what's up, Marlon? Marlon said,
there's Marlon.
Up? Hey, and Bruce said, I was at the Kiss Poison show when the Poison bass player got into a tussle on stage with Bret Michaels here in Atlanta. I've heard of stories like that. I have heard of stories like that where he's done that. He just gets all pissy.
That's
and
crazy.
Yeah, it is. It really is. His head's too big, man. He needs to.
So, Bruce, did the bass player start the tussle, or did the singer start the tussle, or was it a mutual tussle? We'll see. We'll wait for his reply. But that's interesting.
I'm sure it was probably freaking Bret Michaels starting it. Who knows? Well, I don't know. He may have started it by doing something, but bass player may have called him out on something.
Yeah.
Been like the who's the dude that punched out the thing? Jane's Addiction. Was it Jane's Addiction?
Yeah.
For Jane's Addiction that slugged the guitarist.
Fight on stage.
He apologized and he said, I'm good now. I've had therapy. I'm good. I'm so sorry, but we'll never play again. But I'm so sorry for
and the whole footage, it's ugly. The footage of Jeff
ugly.
Spitting on the other guy, the guitar player, spit on him. That was not cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, that's nuts, man. Just getting in a fight on stage is unprofessional. But I mean, it could pump the crowd too, you know.
Yeah. You know, let's plan for next week. You and I get in a fight, Rich.
All right,
that might boost our numbers. You know, yeah.
Here, how about this? Go. Hey, I was trying to come by and check out your studio, but you were busy, man. You had to go check out the kids play.
Well. Yeah, my studio, which was nice and neat a week ago, but it's starting to pile up crap.
Starting to pile up again. Well, I'll be up there sooner or later, and we can definitely get into thumb wrestling. So nice. Bruce said, I don't remember. I just saw pushing each other, and they cut the sound and lights. Wow. And like intermission, start playing Hakuna Matata or something.
Yeah, nothing cool like that ever happens to concerts I go to, Rich.
No. I mean, I've seen the only coolest thing I saw was Ozzy Osbourne Black Rain tour. They were playing I Don't Know, the second song in the set, and Zakk Wylde, drunk as all get out, falls in between the stage and the amp. And he's shredding the solo, and he was going like this because the guys were like all over him going, hey, do you need my help to get up? He's like,
let me finish.
Let me finish. He's just ripping it up in a little tight thing, and his guitar is up and down like this. Yeah. And he's just turning up, and everyone's just like, yeah. He's on the big screen. They have the big screens up. So everyone's watching and just going nuts, man. And then he just finally, after the solo, and then he gets up, and the other guitarist and the backup all stick here. Everyone's just going nuts, man. And Ozzy's just sitting over there. By that time though, he's kind of the clueless. He's just kind of hey, what are you doing over there? What are you doing over there, man? Get up. But we had at that show, me, my wife, my brother-in-law, and my sister went in Seattle, and we just randomly said, let's just go to Ozzy. Nice. We didn't have tickets. We bought tickets there at the Will Call, and guess where we sat? Where you sat at Def Leppard.
Oh, really?
We sat way in the last row, in the very back of the arena, with my head leaning against that big pillar.
Wall. Yeah.
And luckily, I'm glad they had those screens though, brother, because they look like little ants. Like remember when you sent the picture? I said, "Hey, I'm right here." And you sent me the picture, and there was a little ant. That was me. I'm like, hey, just like a little ant. That's how Ozzy and Zakk looked. Luckily, I'm like, man, your seats suck.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, that's so funny, man. What are you gonna do though? I've been there before. We've all been there. Dude, I don't think I started hitting like the lower level and lows until, I was in my teens, late teens, because I couldn't afford anything else back.
Exactly.
But then again, we couldn't afford $25. So the upper level was like $15,
Yeah.
and that was still a lot of money back then.
Up through the 80s. In fact, even early 90s, you could still do general admission,
Yeah.
and general admission, I would always want, by the time the headliner was on, I was on the front row. I mean, I could wiggle my way up there.
Your way through, yeah.
And
rush the stage. That was the big thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I told you this in 90 is before the old Boone. They used to call it the Boone Street Barn, the old Spokane Coliseum. One of the last shows my wife and I went and saw, she bought me for my birthday, ZZ Top tickets. It was the Antenna tour. So this is probably 93, 94.
Gotcha. Yep.
General admission. And, she's not as experienced as I was in the ways of the concert, right?
Right.
We did
Seasoned.
snake our way all the way up. And by the end of the opening group band, we're on the little wall. We're on the front wall, front row.
Nice.
And then right before ZZ Top comes out, it gets dark. And then all of a sudden the pushing starts. You know how it always is pushing.
Oh yeah, rush the stage.
When you were a kid, you just kind of push back, but my wife, I don't like I don't like this. I don't like to do this. And I'm like, and what am I going to do? I'm not going to say, well, you go sit up there. I'm staying here. So we, how are we going to get out? Right. So there's a big security guard there. And I said, hey, my wife needs to get out. He says, okay, no problem. Big guy. He's like Sean. He's like Sean size. He just kind of hugs my wife, pulls her over the wall.
Yeah.
Pulls me over the wall, and we scooted out and went up and sat up in the upper level.
That's really cool. Yeah, they were doing that at the Offspring and Bad Religion. They're just pulling people over. This one dude got knocked out. We saw some dude get knocked out. Little kid. They're kids. And the cool part is this would never happen back in our day. You got knocked out. You were knocked out. Done. And people were like, oh, you got knocked the F out. You know what I'm saying? Laughing. They laughing walking by. No, they helped this guy to the front. Dude, the security guard picks him up. He's like dragging him over the bars. The dude's like, he's all out. Then he gets up like in his hands. He's like holding him like a child. He's like, oh, kind of like this. The dude wakes up and looks at him and goes, he started rocking out again because he didn't remember he was rocking out and they got knocked out. And he comes back rocking out. Now, what they do is they go get a whole clan. The security guards go into the pit and find the dude and arrest them and take him out. I've never seen that. Now, back in our day, that didn't happen. Security guards were like, "Sorry for you, brother. You're sucking. Watch what you say next time. Don't make faces at people, or don't talk smack, No, nowadays they went and arrested him out of the pit. He was in the pit. They grabbed him. Come with me. We were watching. We're like, whoa, man, I've never seen that before.
They got rid of him. Good for them. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, check it out. So Red Hot Chili Peppers. Let's talk about his old producer. Now, did you know this? He's saying Anthony Kiedis is tone deaf. And he's known it like way back on Mother's Milk. He said Kiedis couldn't hear pitch. He couldn't hear the pitch. Now, he wasn't criticizing him, but offering a unique glimpse into the talent of Anthony Kiedis. Because Anthony Kiedis, he sings great. And he's a good singer. And Chili Peppers were great. But I didn't know he was tone deaf. Isn't that crazy? Wow. That's quite the story.
It is crazy.
Yeah. So moving on to Motley Crue. So these guys said they didn't even say they're retiring anymore. They just said, you know what? We're considering some real time off when their 2026 tour wraps up. So okay. Well, at least I'll give them this kudo. They didn't say they were retiring. They're just taking an extended break. And that's cool. I can accept that. You've been touring for a couple of years. I'm down with that. So why not? Sammy Hagar officially swapped keyboardist with Toto for his upcoming tour. Yes. Wow. They swapped keyboardists. So swapping Ry, what is his name? Rye Thistlewaite for Toto's keyboardist Greg Philliganes.
Wow.
So they're swapping for the tour.
Interesting.
Hey, what did Marlon say there? There's
There was a whole
a
band.
whole band called
Yep.
the Deftones. Yeah, I remember the Deftones. Is that really why they
Were
call
they
them the Deftones?
tone deaf? Maybe they were.
Huh, maybe they were. I don't know.
You know, it's interesting because the keyboards at a Sammy show would be quite different than the keyboards at a Toto show.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that they're just swapping. I don't know. That's
maybe
just,
he wanted, that's Sammy Hagar. He wants the best of the best always. And and he's still, Jason Bonham's still mad
that he's not in the band.
That he's not in the band. Yeah, he wants to be back in the he had to go because his mom died. I think it was his mom that had the health problems and then died. And then he never invited him back to the band. Yeah. And he was kind of angry about that.
And remember, because of that, we got to see DJ Matty.
DJ Matty was awesome.
Led Zeppelin experience.
Look, I was supposed to have drinks or go up and be with the drinkers, my cousin and all those other guys, right? So, and when DJ Matty came on and he was playing all those old classic rock songs, I was having a blast, man. I'm like, I'm not coming to go up those stairs. I'm just going to sit here and sing DJ Matty songs.
Think about this. Think about the letdown. Because to be honest, I was as excited about seeing Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin experience.
More excited.
Yeah, I might have been more excited.
I wanted to hear some live Led Zeppelin.
We find out the day of that instead we get DJ Matty. So
that's
imagine
because he canceled. We were the ones he canceled on. That's right. That's what started.
Imagine a full arena stage and a guy that looks like me or Rich standing in the middle with his laptop playing music off his laptop.
With his laptop, and then like
the opening band.
I mean, you could tell he was not into rock. He was more of a, the doom, doom.
Yeah, but he knew
club music type of thing.
Rock. He didn't.
He was playing rock, and now he did Rock 101. It was like Dream On, AC/DC, Back in Black. The
typical.
It was the ones that are going to get the crowd pumped because everybody knows it.
It was the mainstream safe hard rock songs. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, DJ Matty, guys, if he ever opens, go see him.
Go see him. I'm sure he's
I went into there so negative that he surprised me. And I think that's why I stayed in Doug would, but I mean, he was just playing music, I'm always, I like listening to music. So whatever, but he was right there. And we're like, really?
I mean, there's literally, it's a guy standing in the middle of the stage with his laptop. That's what the opening band was.
For 30 minutes, maybe more. And it was like, what is that's
I wonder how much he got paid. I wonder what
it had to be pretty decent.
Had to go up there and plug your laptop in and play 30 minutes of your.
That's DJs nowadays. That's what they do.
Oh, that's a joke. Yeah,
it is a joke because I have respect for the DJs, the ones that are listening and at the records, and those are the guys who used to do it. But the laptop and the
laptop boys, they're thumb drive boys. So playing this would gets me, playing in the dad band over the years. We'd play a gig, there's 4 or 5 of us in the band. We'd regularly play gigs for $300. You make $75 a piece or $50 a piece. It's like, you're okay. You do it for fun. And then you find out that, cause I heard this a couple times. Yeah. You find out you were the second choice. They got you a live band after they couldn't come up with $700 to pay a DJ who was going to play his thumb drive for them. Whatever.
Stupid. Yeah. Come on, guys. This is live music we're talking about. And that's what it's all about. Live music. And that's why I went to see Bad Religion and Offspring. It's live music. It was awesome to just listen to that live thump and pound. But hey, I got an American Songwriter Challenge for 1978 for you. But we're gonna wait because I got a few more things.
I was excited. Okay.
It's 2 weeks. That's how we end this thing. So
okay.
Kiss, Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons are getting honored into the Songwriters Hall of Fame for their impact on the lives of billions of listeners. So they're getting inducted to the Songwriter Hall of Fame along with Taylor Swift. Really? Wow. Kiss and Taylor Swift at the same time getting inducted. Cool. Different kind of.
Well, Taylor Swift, I mean, she's written a lot of songs. She's made a lot of money. So
yeah, and she's big. So She is, the proof is in the pudding, and she definitely made the pudding. She is in the pudding. So Roger Waters, yeah.
It's this. I got this funky light, guys.
I said that last week.
I'm not eating enough carrots, is what it is. I need more carrots in my diet.
Jeremy's looking at you're looking good right now, but it
like
fades on the yellow, and then
change.
it comes back.
Yeah,
and it'll change back to yellow. When it turns to yellow, it's like old vintage Kodak
Jeremy's
8mm film.
Yeah, totally.
Roger Waters. Let's talk Roger Waters.
Oh yes, right? Too.
He is not sorry for what he said against speaking out against Ozzy Osbourne. Right. Roger's original comments came less than 3 months after Ozzy's July 2025 death. While on the Independent Inc. podcast, Roger said Ozzy brought idiocy and nonsense into the world. In music, I have no idea. I couldn't give a F, he said. I don't care about Black Sabbath. I never did. I have no interest in and fighting the heads off chickens or whatever they do. I couldn't care less. He says he doesn't regret his comments at all, but has nothing for Sharon Osbourne. But if Jack Osbourne wants to have a chat, he will, and he won't be nasty about it. Because Jack immediately was like, "Oh, you're nothing but a C word," is just tearing him up. And man, he didn't need to say that. Roger Waters has always been kind of he's always been a prick.
If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Why would you even say that though?
I mean,
he must have said, I don't know. I didn't hear the interview. I didn't watch it. I can see Roger Waters saying that because I've seen him talk, and he's like that. He's just like a jerk.
And
like
Gene Simmons, same way.
Oh yeah.
It's why?
Yeah, I'd like to see an interview between both of those guys.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Battle. What do they need to bring that show, Battle of the Has-Beens or whatever.
Yeah.
It's an actual boxing match or something. But so Roger Waters in some turmoil, and he invited Jack Osbourne to have a chat. So I'd listen to that chat because Jack
totally. That'd be
up.
awesome.
Jack could tear him up. Uriah Heep. Mick Box is going to miss Uriah Heep shows after being diagnosed with an unspecified illness. So Mick Box is not going to be touring with.
And I believe, I could be wrong, but isn't Mick Box the only original member?
I think so. Yep. I think you're right.
I
read that.
He's really good. He's kind of an underrated, unsung guy, but I've watched a few. It's what's cool about all the concerts from. What's the big one from Europe? The
concert from Europe.
Big concert every year is a big festival.
I know the Metal Fest.
I'm seeing the logo right now, and I can't remember what it's called. But anyways, I saw it's probably 3 or 4 years old. I saw a Uriah Heep concert, and it was really good. I mean,
was it?
The singing was great. The music was great.
I'd check them out.
Plays great. I mean,
I'd totally go see Uriah Heep.
Yeah.
They have good songs, man.
Bob Daisley was in Uriah Heep for a while.
Oh, was he? Well,
in fact, I think Daisley was in Uriah Heep right before he was in Ozzy's band, and then I think he went back for a while afterwards too. But yeah,
right. Yeah. Oh, Marlon said Ozzy bit the head off a bat right here in Des Moines, Iowa. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He put Des Moines on the map.
Iowa. I remember that. It was Des Moines, Iowa. I totally remember. But yeah, it was just funny that old Roger Waters that bite the head off chickens or whatever they do. Or whatever they do. But so the last week's news, so this was the week before's news. So now we're going into this week's news, basically, is Saxon completed mixing their 25th studio album. Can you believe that? That's some good stuff. And their last album.
Remember, we were playing a few songs off the Hellfire.
And I loved them. I loved it.
It was a really good album.
It was solid. It was solid,
very solid.
Metally. It was kind of metalish.
A good album, and we've talked about this before. The problem with, there's no radio that plays that stuff anymore.
No.
And
Ozzy's Boneyard,
you might hear something on Ozzy's Boneyard or something. But like the Frontiers label, which actually puts out some pretty good stuff. They do zero promotion. There's no tours. They don't do. So it's like they put this album out, and for 2 months, people maybe buy it and listen, and then it's gone. You never hear another thing about it, which is a shame because great albums like that, just kind of
They should tour.
fizzle
They
out.
should have toured.
They should tour.
They should have toured on that last one because I couldn't wait, and I actually put like more songs on there. I put like 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah,
from tracks, and you put it on first.
yeah. We were like
there.
yeah, there are like 3 or 4 songs. There's a song about Roswell. I mean, what's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
about a
that was a
UFO
great
song?
song.
Give me any songs about UFOs. I want them.
Yeah, that was a great song, by the way.
Yeah.
That was my favorite off the album, that Roswell song, back in Roswell or something like that.
Yeah, and then there's a
whatever.
song about pirate radio. There was a
Mhm.
song about the Marie Antoinette, chopping the
Yeah.
heads off. It was
Yep.
just great.
Yeah, it was
It's a great
solid. Any album that has people getting their heads chopped off,
that's going to be a
you
good
can't go wrong. That's pure metal right there. That's rock. All right, let's move on. Dave Ellefson, from bassist for Metallica.
Yeah.
Or Metallica.
album.
Sorry, Megadeth, who
Megadeth.
is now with Metal Church, is
Yes.
playing in Metal Church, but he goes on a yearly tour of the UK. I didn't know about this, but he goes on a yearly tour, and he's going to be playing the entire album of Countdown to Extinction. You know which one I'm talking. That's
Yes.
Just like the Pied Piper.
Yeah.
Symphony of Destruction. There it is.
Symphony of
Symphony
Destruction.
of Destruction is on that song.
Okay.
But he's going to be touring the UK, playing the entire album. He's doesn't do the US, so he just does the UK. So that's kind of odd, but hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see him do something with Metal Church. Who knows? And then the last bit of news I got is from John Mellencamp. He's getting in shape for his next tour, but he shared a new video showing him smoking cigarettes
Yeah.
while on a treadmill, getting in shape.
Nice.
So that's his getting in shape. That's his workout.
that's
Gets on the
like
tread,
the,
smoking
that's the
cigarettes.
good old days of the
That
NFL.
is.
At the
That
NFL, the guys are on the sideline smoking cigarettes.
Smoking cigarettes. Yep.
Let me
Yep.
say this about Mellencamp. The more I listen, the more I hear Mellencamp, the more I like it. Seriously. I was never a big Mellencamp fan, but
Oh, I was.
but
I like
but for like rootsy guitar playing,
Yep.
his American Fool, Scarecrow, Lonesome Jubilee.
That's his
There's-
masterpiece.
There's some
Scarecrow
great-
is his masterpiece.
there's some
Dude, I
great songs on those albums, man. Really good.
agree.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a songwriter.
he's a
He is
songwriter,
songwriter.
and it's
he's a
not
good
just
songwriter.
it's not just okay. So Springsteen is a good songwriter,
Right.
but Springsteen's music, sucks. Okay, it's
Yeah.
lame, loungy crap. Okay, sorry to offend anyone. Mellencamp has really good music. I just dig the music. Where Springsteen sucks.
Yeah.
And it's not about politics or anything, because he and Springsteen are pretty much identical politics wise, but
Yeah.
I love listening to Mellencamp. I hate listening to Springsteen because
Yeah,
Springsteen's music blows. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Springsteen fan either. John Mellencamp, I grew up with in the
love
80s, so I
Mellencamp.
know all
Yeah.
Mellencamp stuff. He said, Marlon said Mellencamp's a bum.
You know what? He is a bum and he's a
Yeah.
jerk. He yells at
Yeah.
people in the audience and all of that.
Yeah, he does
But
that.
those albums, he's got a string of about 4 albums in a row that are just really good albums.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
good.
I mean, you're right. The 80s and 90s for
Yeah.
Mellencamp, that
Yep.
was the prime of his career.
It
And
was
he's
good stuff.
this tour is the biggest hits tour. So
See,
I
that
might
would
go
be-
see him.
I would
If
totally,
you like him, let's
I
go.
would totally go. Is he coming to our neck of the woods?
He probably will because he comes to Spokane every time.
Totally. Yep.
So
I'm
let's
down.
go. All right, we're in. We'll go soon. That'll be right. I'll be wearing my Metallica shirt, and then we'll go
Nice.
see
I'll wear it. I'll wear
Yeah,
it.
Mellencamp.
I'll wear a
Play
Judas
Jack
Priest
and
shirt.
Diane, baby.
Yeah.
Little ditty about Jack and Diane. Hey, all right. Major tour announcements. Let's go through this real quick. Then we'll get
Okay.
to your challenge of the day. All right. So the Cure announced a tour.
Okay. All right. Speaking of old guys that need to grow up and quit acting like they're teenagers, The
Mhm.
Cure. Okay. Nothing looks creepier than Robert Smith with the makeup and the nasty hair, because he's like a 65-year-old dude now.
Yeah.
And he looks like a drag queen now when he does it. It's creepy.
Yeah, I saw the
I see
picture
what
of
you
him.
said, Marlon.
That's pretty funny.
I'm
Marlon, don't lie, Marlon. You know you'd go with us. Why don't you come out here to
You'd
Spokane?
go. Hey,
Come
Marlon, you
with
come
us, and
out.
We're gonna have. we
We'll
have a
take
good time everywhere we go, no matter who it is.
Yeah.
No matter who it is, we just have a fun time, and that's the way it is. But I like the comment. Good job, Marlon. Way to give him some heck. But yes, I saw the picture of the Cure, and it was bad. And he looked old, and he looks like Edward Scissorhands.
He looks
and
creepy.
It's looking bad. Yeah, it's looking.
Like when you see the crazy old lady that can't put her lipstick on right, it's kind of smeared all over.
That's Journey.
Right.
We'll go see Journey. You see, every woman looks like that. Oh, I know the singer. I know. What, you want to give him a big old smooch? Hey, have a great weekend, Marlon. Take care, buddy.
Thanks.
All right, tours. Let's keep going. Angel announced their first first two dates of their upcoming farewell tour. They're having a farewell tour. Angel is. So I know we play a couple songs on our station.
Yeah, and there's a couple songs that are great, but they're kind of okay. If you're gonna wear tight leather trousers, okay,
can't do that.
Don't sag them. Okay, don't sag them. You know, like the singer of Angel has like these tight white leather pants, and it's like the crotch. I was going to try and demonstrate. It's like it's like my headphones.
I know what you're saying,
but it's like really saggy, and it looks really bad.
It's like skinny jeans.
It's like exactly
a size smaller skinny jean.
Yeah, don't do it, especially
my kid.
Yeah,
Joshua, my other kid, he was a skinny jean dude. And he sagged his pants. That was like a 3-year escapade for me and my wife. Put their pants going out the door. Put their pants.
Oh, that's
all right. More Men at Work announced the 2026 date for 43 years after making history with Down Under. They're going on tour again.
Nice.
All right, Men at Work. Interesting. Blues Traveler, Gin Blossoms, and Spin Doctors are uniting for a 2026 tour.
You know what? I'd go to that tour. I'd go. I love the Gin Blossoms.
I like Gin Blossoms. I like Blues Traveler.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan. I know a couple songs, but they're pretty cool. And then Spin Doctors, they have a couple.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then Alice Cooper, of course, he's calling it Alice's Attic Tour. So he's going to be singing some older stuff more than likely. So that's coming out. New tracks. Def Leppard came out with a new song. I don't know if you heard it yet. It's called Rejoice. It's different.
Are we going to put it on the station?
I'm waiting for it, but yeah, I'll probably put it on. It's okay. Black Label Society came out with Name and Blood. By the way, Black Label, I just read an interview with Zakk Wylde. He wrote a song dedicated to Ozzy. So the last song on the album is a ballad, I guess, written for Ozzy. Wow. So that's going to be really cool. I don't know what it's called yet. It didn't say, but their new album is coming out. But they dropped a new song called Name and Blood. And then Lou Gramm, of all people, came out with a new song called Young Love. So I haven't heard it. So I'll keep my eye open for that one too. Okay. A couple new album releases. We talked about Megadeth and then Creator. So if you don't know who Creator is, Creator is a thrash metal band. Creator is a German thrash metal band. They came out with a new album called Crushers of the World.
Wow.
Okay. Sounds good. I haven't heard it yet, but I'll probably take a gander. All right. In memoriam, I can never say this, but in memoriam, right?
I think so. These are people that have
Midnight Oil. The drummer for Rob Hurst died at the age of 70 from pancreatic cancer after being diagnosed in 2023. And then you may have heard this one. The original Scorpions bass player, Francis Buchholz, died at 71. He was battling cancer as well. So he was kind of a douche, though. He was a douche.
Oh, was he really? You probably
he
probably met him.
He went on a show, a singles show, and I remember my wife watching it. And I came in, I'm like, that looks like the bases of the Scorpions, and it was. And he's like, I'm from the Scorpions, and he's dating. He was an older dude, but he was still playing that,
thinking
younger,
he was,
thinking he was 20 again, and that's why I called it the dude. He was just not. Yeah.
So there was an interesting Michael Schenker tour. It's probably been 10 years ago, but
he's been playing with Michael Schenker.
Yeah, Francis was the bass player and Herman Rarebell was the drummer.
Oh, really?
And Mike was the guitar player and Doogie White was the singer. And it was just funny. He said, "Be careful. There's 3 live Scorpions on the stage." I thought that was funny. Yeah.
Nice accent, Jeremy. Way to go. You nailed him. That's right, Governor.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
All right, here we go, man. 1978.
This is
American
okay.
Songwriter Challenge.
This is what this segment is going to be called. It's going to be called
what-
Stump the Chump.
Stump the Chump.
I'm the
All
chump,
right.
and you're trying
All
to
right.
stump me. Okay.
Okay. All right, Chump. Let's
And
do
what's
this.
the topic for today?
All right. This is 3 overplayed songs from
Oh.
1978 you want to forget about but can't.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
these are in order. Number 1, Eric Clapton. Now here's the rules. I'm going to say the band name,
I
and then
know.
I'm going to give you a clue.
Yeah, I don't need a clue. I think it's Lay Down Sally.
You're very right. There's one for you. I didn't
Okay.
have to give them a clue. Son of a
Okay.
gun. Okay.
All right.
All right. Yes. Lay Down, Sally. A song you want to forget about but can't.
But
All
see,
right.
I don't agree with that. I love that song. I
Well,
never,
yeah, but
never got
it
sick.
gets in your head. I get it.
It does get in your
Songs
head.
get in your head. And dude, I mean, like I've had an Offspring song stuck in my head since I've seen it. And I wake up in the middle of the night singing it in my head. I want to forget about it. I just don't want to. I think that's how they're saying it. Because yeah, you're right. Lay
Okay,
Down Sally is a good song.
Earworm.
All right, next one. Number 2, Kansas. Okay.
78.
He admits he's outnumbered here because this song has nearly 1 billion plays on Spotify.
Yeah. Now
There's-
people think I'm going to say Carry On Wayward Son, but I'm not.
No, you're not.
I'm going to
I
say
know
Dust,
you know it.
Dust in the Wind.
You're right. That's 2
Okay.
for you. So you are
2 for 2.
9 of 10, right? now,
Nice.
from when we started.
Okay.
9 of 10. Hold on. I'm keeping track of this.
Okay.
9 of 10. All right. Last one, Jeremy.
Okay.
One of the band's most beloved songs. Thinks Styx didn't know how to end this song after the keyboard solo. You know it. You already know.
Well,
We're talking Styx.
I'm thinking of the year though. This is 78.
1978. And it's
So-
one of the band's most beloved songs. They think Styx didn't know how to end the song after the keyboard solo.
Because the album is going to be Pieces of 8.
Okay. Is that what this song was
it
on?
doesn't- but
I
well,
don't know.
that's the thing. Because
It's a big one. Everybody
it's a
knows
big
it.
one. I think the song is, but it doesn't make sense for 1978. I think the song is Come Sail Away.
You are right.
But that came out in 77 on the Grand Illusion.
Really?
78 would be Pieces of 8. And-
Huh.
I don't know. But I'll take it as a win. But isn't
You
Grand
got it.
Illusion from 77?
I don't know. I was looking. I was just
Yeah,
looking.
I think-
it up.
Whatever.
Styx.
I'll take the win. Maybe it is 78 and maybe
A Grand
Pieces of
Illusion,
Eight.
you're saying?
yeah, Grand Illusion I thought was 77, but maybe it's
It
70.
was 77.
Okay.
It was. The Grand Illusion. Come Sail Away is on that song. What's the next album?
Pieces of 8 I think was 78. And then
You're right.
Cornerstone would have been 79 and then Paradise would have been 81. So
yeah. So we'll I'm gonna give you that. You're
Okay.
You're
All right.
10 for 11.
okay.
But that's just on an alibi. That's a mess up on songwriter.com.
Yeah, they
I
kind of
got all this straight off of songwriter American.
you know what
songwriter.
could have happened though is maybe the album came out in 77 but it didn't chart or something until 78. Could be one of
That
those.
could be.
I
That
don't-
could be.
But
Maybe, maybe that's when they made the video. Maybe it came out late 77 and then into 78. Because that was when bands used to only release an album a year.
Yeah.
You know, not like waiting 8 to 10 years to release an album.
It was
like
pretty
it was
normal.
every
You
year.
do an album every year or every
Every
18
year.
months. Yeah.
And the tour would only last a few months, and then you're right back in the studio.
And then you
recording.
go back a little further and it would be like, Black Sabbath, their first few albums were, I mean, they did 4 albums in like 2 years, right at the very
Yeah.
beginning. It was crazy.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah. And yeah, now look at Metallica. Metallica, what did they waited like 10 years at one point.
Yeah.
Like 8 to 10 years. I was like, oh my gosh. And I know they're going through turmoil and
yeah.
but they just tour and I think they lose themselves touring. They just keep touring and lose themselves and then do a movie and then do something else and then do this. And it's like,
It's
guys,
it's
you're getting
so
older,
hard.
man.
It's so hard being a rock star.
Yeah, it
So
must be.
Yeah.
It must.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't feel sorry for him. None of them.
No, they're making their ducats and
Yeah.
still rocking and rolling. So
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
but that's it, man. That's all the news I got for this
Awesome.
week.
Well, man, I've got I've been making it difficult for us the last few weeks just because work schedule. So we'll try and next week, Friday, we'll hit it hard again Friday. And I'm
Sounds
serious.
good.
If we find out about Melon Camp coming, let's go.
Oh, I know. I got I got you.
Yeah.
I'm looking at every show, man. A show doesn't go by unless the only show that
Rich
I didn't
knows.
know about was Jeff Tate, and you covered that. You covered down on that one.
Yeah.
So yeah,
well,
I got. Yeah.
Well, we'll do it. We'll do it. So, anyways, Rich, thank you, guys. Thank you all
man.
for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend, guys. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next week. All right.